Here for another installment in our modern endeavors. Happy Monday is in order. Bringing to the table some Jund, as Mondays are Jund days around here. Made a lot of changes to the list since the last time that I played. Was thinking about doing something kind of like Bone Stock Boomer Jund, but ended up making some changes off that list to make the deck more similar to the one that top aided over the weekend. It's not the exact same. I made my own changes to the list and sideboard, but it's kind of inspired. Like the removal suite is similar. We'll just go over the deck card by card. There we are. This hand is a little on the weak side, but I think I'm going to keep it off the back of Lily. We're also on the draw. Basic Mountain. Exiling Simian Spirit Guide into a Desperate Ritual. No good can come from that. That's a turn 1 Blood Moon. Good morning from the crypt and Charin Bound. What is happening? We just got mooned on turn 1. What a great way to kick off a league. Doesn't matter what we do here. I guess we Inquisition though. I saw that on your Twitter. I saw that on your Twitter. I'm sorry I wasn't a part of that. I spent yesterday just chilling with my wife and stuff. So I often do on the weekend. So the only card that we can take from their hand is Ensnaring Bridge, and what a good card to take. Thank you for the shark bites. Nom 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 nom. Yeah, I beg your pardon. It just didn't line up. And I don't think that's true. Okay, we need to find a basic forest ASAP. So the two basic mountains, this is probably Red Prison. Fatal Push might do something. This opponent. They found an Ensnaring Bridge. Alright, Colligan's commands. We can make them discard their last card and blow up the bridge. And I think we want to do that here while they're empty-handed. We got Chandra out of here. Just gonna bolt that. And we need a forest. If we can find our basic forest, we can slam Tarmogoyf. Not it. That's annoying. We may end up having to scoop to this Chandra because they found a win condition and we're under that blood moon. Basic forest, one time. Nope. If they ever get the emblem, I think we can go ahead and concede. Okay, Seasoned Pyromancer. That might find us a forest. I think we pitch Fatal Push and Liliana. Alright, no forest. We can't Inquisition them though. Oh, it gets countered. That was dumb. I forgot about Chalice there for a second. This is bad. Good morning. Start my league with a turn 1 Blood Moon. And it's to any target. Alright, so we'll just Thoughtseize here, get some information. Maybe we'll see a different... Nope, never mind. So, they were going to win with the Chandra emblem. Cleansing Wildfire can help out under a Blood Moon, so we'll bring that card in. We might want Trophy as well. I think here we can cut... I think here we can cut the Lilianas. Probably cut Clothis as well. No, we'll cut Nile Spellbomb. It's not a graveyard deck. Leaving Clothis in the deck. Alright, keeping. Yeah, but having Chalice on the battlefield, I shouldn't have cast the Thoughtseize into that anyways. That was just actively bad. I did that to try and get some information about what was in their hand. Um, let's grab Overgrown Tomb here. Inquisition. So we can take Anger, Chalice, Sarkon, or Simian Spirit Guide. I think it's got to be Chalice here. That information was going to cost you 2 life and put you dead to 2 spells when you're at 11, giving you 3 spells to survive. I guess you're right. I think Chalice is the most powerful one of the bunch. All right. Um. So here, let's go ahead and drop Tarmogoyf. We may want to consider getting the basic Forest here. And that means we can't cast Blood Moon for a while. Good morning, Mike Devo. Can we talk about how triggering it is to wake up to a turn 1 Blood Moon? Can we talk about that? All right. We can trophy or we can Maelstrom Pulse. I think we give the opponent no land here. I think we Maelstrom Pulse the Koth. That means we can't Inquisition. We might want to consider getting rid of their other Planeswalker. Yeah, once I remembered how to do that, I figured it would be pretty sweet to implement before the next stream. Um, it wasn't that tough to do. Um, so we can attack Koth, but I don't think that makes too much sense. I think we just want to kill it and go face. Actually, I'm gonna save the trophy here. I'm gonna get a swamp, play around Blood Moon some more. Hmm. Alright, I'll give the opponent land. Inquisition. Take the Sarkhan. Attack for 5. Yeah, there was definitely some indecision there. I just had to pick something so I didn't bleed my clock too much. Perhaps I chose the wrong one. Not thinking all the way through. There is an instant in the graveyard, so now I guess we just need to top deck a land for Bloodbraid Elf. Their last card is Simian Spirit Guide. I didn't specify which land. Not casting Simian Spirit Guide? Okay. Bloodbraid Elf. Thoughtseize. Oh, they have a ritual. Okay. They must have already exiled that and I didn't know. We don't care about no stinking ensnaring bridge. Alright. See if we can do that a second time. If we can land a Clothis and ride that to victory, this hand might be a keep. Our clock is very slow though. Cleansing Wildfire, that should help out greatly. Gonna go ahead and lead off on Raging Ravine. The play there may have been Thoughtseize though. This looks like a Blood Moon. Alright, here we'll go ahead and play the I think we go ahead and play Bloodstained Mire. Maybe we don't need the basic mountain. We'll choose the mountain. Let's grab a swamp here. Actually, no. Screw Thoughtseize. I'm grabbing a forest. The plan here is to ride Clothis and Bloodbraid off to victory. I should have played the Stomping Grounds. Thank you, thank you. Not playing Tarmogoyf here as a 2-3 seems fine. Hey, good morning, Polluted Delta. How are you? Check out that hand. So they're just missing land here. Um, I actually think we have to take a braid so we can connect with the Bloodbraid off this turn. Ensnaring Bridge is a bit of a problem though. Take the bridge. All right. That we knew about. All right, there's the bridge. No, they went for. Sorry, we took the bridge. They went for Ravelmaster. We are gonna bolt the you know what out of that Ravelmaster. Let's take this to braid. Maybe not. Maybe we just want mana. Perhaps it's cleansing Wildfire here because we care about instant in the graveyard. Well, I don't want to take the Bloodbraid. Wait. Okay, take your Bloodbraid and bolt their Ravelmaster. Why not cleansing Wildfire? I think it's cleansing Wildfire here. Oh, I see. I figured there must have been some logic, but I wasn't like wasn't too sure where you're going with that. So we're actually in an okay spot here. We can take a braid away now. Attack Chandra. Pass turn. So minusing the run in 6 opens it up to getting killed by a lightning bolt. Here I think we just want to exile. Hmm. I don't want to destroy the clock. I guess it's Ravelmaster here. We might be able to ignore the Sarkhan. Swing for 6. Then debating if we want to plus or minus the run in 6. I think we actually want to minus the run in 6 here. That makes sense. That I follow. They found the Ravelmaster. So they're trying to. It says illegal attack. Okay, they were trying to not attack or something. So I guess they go after Ren here. Here we can eat the chalice. Now we attack. Yeah, what else is new? There. That was triggering. Turn 1 Blood Moon for the first league of the first match of the league. That was triggering. I'll be right back. Also, for what it's worth, Cleansing Wildfire, I think, won us that game. Searching up the basic forest. I almost got a swamp with that because of the Thoughtseize in my hand, but note to self, against Blood Moon decks, which there's a lot of them running around, Cleansing Wildfire needs to come in and we need to search forest. It opens up Tarmogoyf and Bloodbraid Elf, which are both 4-ofs in the deck. Thoughtseize is only, like, Thoughtseize and Inquisition only 6. And yeah, we did draw a lot of lands there, so that was very dicey. Let's win a die roll. Damn, lost the die roll. I'll keep this hand. I'd like it better with a discard spell, but I feel like I say that a lot. Don't be a Blood Moon deck, opponent. Don't be. We just got done with that. We're moving on. Yoshi, thanks for diving into the Shark Tank. I appreciate that. Show of love and support for the channel. If you feel like chiming in chat with us, let us know your favorite cards and formats. All that good stuff. We'd love to know more about you. This is gonna be Oops All Spells. Lightning Bolt really doesn't do much here to save us. I guess we lead off with Bloodstained Mire. Pass back the turn. All right. How do we ensure that we don't lose next turn? I think simply playing a clock here might be better than playing Ren and 6 on 2 versus this deck. because Renin 6 doesn't really do anything versus this deck. Perhaps holding up Abrupt Decay is the play. If they have Land, Undercity, Informer, and Simian Spirit Guide, we're dead. So how do we not lose? I think the play here is actually just Tarmogoyf. Pass turn. They're definitely going to win the race if we don't interrupt them, so we needed a discard spell, I feel. And this also looks like the Gruul version. I could be mistaken. Let's cash in some of these cards that don't win the game. One of the hidden synergies with Seasoned Pyromancer is dumping cards into the graveyard that weren't already there. And what's better in this matchup? Fatal Push or Lightning Bolt? Probably just Lightning Bolt. A better clock. Who's ready to lose? Simian Spirit Guide. Alright, not dead. We're not dead, chat. That bodes well. So they must be missing something. We can bolt the Simian Spirit Guide, attack for a bunch. We can also cast another Seasoned Pyromancer, not sure why we would. I'm gonna go ahead and Thoughtseize first. Let's look. We need to get this out of their hand. Add 7 red? I think not. We could attack, save the lightning bolt. Renin 6 definitely comes down here. I think we might want the Verdant Catacombs. I'm just gonna bolt this because there's no creature in the graveyard. That might be incorrect. It might be better just to attack. Perhaps a better player would just attack, see how they block, and then save Lightning Bolt. Thoughts that are crossing my mind as we're playing here. So this deck is pretty much all in on Goblin Charbelcher, so Collector Oof, Assassin's Trophy, And Cleansing Wildfire to stunt their mana is how I want to fight this deck. What can we cut? I think we can cut Renin 6. I think we can cut Nile Spellbomb. Everything else attacks the hand or attacks them or removes a troublesome permanent. I think this is how I want to sideboard. Alright, I don't think this hand has enough tools for the matchup, especially not game 2. Probably should have cut Fatal Push, but at least it can remove an Errant Spirit Guide. Alright, this is slightly better. We can put Fatal Push on the bottom. Keep bottom the push. I think turn 1 discard spell might be better than turn 2 Cleansing Wildfire. Maybe. No, I think we're supposed to play Raging Ravine. That changes things. The Thoughtseize, I think, changed my mind. Let's see what chat thinks. Turn 1 discard spell or Raging Ravine tapped. What do you all think? We play Ravine tapped, we can't Cleansing Wildfire on 2 discard spell versus the combo deck. Discard? Alright. Thanks for chiming in, VP. Alright, Desperate Ritual? Or do we take the land here? I think I'm just gonna go after the land. It looks like they have kind of a bad hand. Take the paths? Better than the land? That's the one that lets them stack their deck, okay. I mean, our other option is taking one of their 2 lands away. I guess we can still take one of their lands away. Alright, Lily not that helpful here. Thoughtseize to the rescue. So we could go after land here, but if they ritual, They're gonna have enough mana to play this card. So I think we take the Iron Crag Feet here. So their hand is 2 rituals. Here I think we go after the red source. We need a good draw. We need another land actually is what we need. Very good. Alright, now we're in business. Nurturing Peatland helps us out greatly. Was a great draw. Okay, I wish I had a Tarmogoyf, but I don't. So there is something to be said about giving the opponent the ability to discard. It's probably second Lily here. Or not the ability to discard, but the choice of which card that they discard. Land off the top would obviously be a great draw. Valakut's Awakening is annoying, considering that we're trying to whittle away at their hand. Verdant was a great draw. It is neutral? Alright. So here I think we plus and Bloodbraid Elf. And I think we pitch the Inquisition. So we'll discard first. Okay, so we wait a turn then. IOK first. Guarantees them down to 0 cards. In that case, we probably want to swamp here. Maybe not. No, we just Inquisition off of the Blood Crypt. Hey! Looks like we did everything correct. The opponent, it's lights out. That was a pretty scary matchup as well. Getting all the dicey matchups this morning. What an exciting time to be alive. So if you haven't seen what they do, they play all the spell lands that have been printed recently, recross the paths to stack their deck as well, and put Goblin Charbelcher on top of the library, or they just ramp it out. They go Desperate Ritual, Pyretic Ritual into Iron Crag Feet, making 7 mana, which is exactly enough to cast Goblin Charbelcher and activate it the turn that it was played. Goblin Charbelcher then reveals the cards from the top of their library until it finds a spell, but they have until it reveals a land, but they don't have any lands. They have spell lands. So then it deals damage equal to the number of cards revealed, and you lose due to that trigger, essentially. Unless you're at a very, very high life total. So it is called Red Green Oops All Spells, correct. And we want a die roll, please. Lost the die roll 3 straight times. That's okay, we're getting lucky in the game. Nurturing peatland, so this must be Jund. Settle in, this might be very grindy. I think we want Stomping Grounds here. We're gonna try and Season Pyromancer them. Giving us some Chumplers and a way to block Tarmogoyf for a while until we can find a removal spell for it. That isn't Bolt. Bloodbraid Elf, that's a premium draw. We have the Maelstrom Pulse. We have the Maelstrom Pulse. It'd be a shame to use it on a Tarmogoyf, but we'll do what we have to. I think this is the turn that we play the Blood Crypt tapped. Think I know what they're taking. I suspect they'll probably take the Bloodbraid Elf here. They might take the Maelstrom Pulse. Seasoned Pyromancer. Interesting. Finally found an answer to the Goyf. Hey, you were correct. As per usual. See if they follow up with anything. All right, it's go time. Bloodbraid off. Cascade into a bolt. Cast the bolt. Put them to 10. That's fine. Now we hope they don't have another land so that we can potentially bolt the Raging Ravine. But that's a tall order. Yep, so we're getting attacked by a 4/4. Inquisition. Don't mind if I do. Okay, we get to take Scavenging Ooze. That's a big, big take right there. I'm glad we didn't go for Spyro. Let's grab Overgrown Tomb. Think we save Bolt here. Raging Ravine, nice draw. That came in far too late. It's probably lag. Now we wait for them to attack. This way they can't use the Raging Ravine for mana. Another Bolt would be lethal. Croxa. We could also bring back the Croxa here. So I think we're going to do that. Red, red, black. Oh no, can we not do it? Black. So they could still attack with the Raging Ravine, which would be by now a 7/7. There. Okay, so for this matchup, we want Plague Engineer because it does a thing with Tarmogoyf. Makes our Tarmogoyfs bigger than theirs, and it also trades nice and well, so that we trade with a permanent. We take out Maelstrom Pulse against the Mirror because it hits their permanents as well. I think Fatal Push is a premium removal spell for this. Assassin's Trophy I think also comes in. And I think that's all that we want. What cards can come out here? I think some of the discard spells can come out. Let's take Thoughtseize out. Awesome. Thanks, Crypt. I'll check that soon. I forgot to mention earlier. Cut IOK too. All right. Macra Darkstar. How's it going? Thanks for the advice. Forgot to mention we're down to 2 Liliana the Veil, which is kind of different. And thanks for diving into the Shark Tank. I appreciate that. Show love and support for the channel. If it's your first time here, you feel like chatting a little bit, tell us your favorite cards, favorite formats, all that good stuff. Would love to know more about you. Ellie Silva, hello. How are you? Um, this looks fine. This, I think, qualifies as a good keep. We do need a way to clock the opponent. How is Jund going nowadays? It is not well positioned in the meta, but I play the deck because I love it. That's the short answer. It's not the deck I recommend that you take into a tournament that you care about, but I play the deck because I love it. I'm gonna go ahead and play Nile Spellbomb here. I don't think they should have played Tarmogoyf there as a 1-2. Perhaps they have another one that they're going to follow it up with. I'm going to bolt this before state-based effects make it a 3-4. It's now any future Tarmogoyfs will be a 3-4. And thus out of bolt range. But I think that was a fair trade for a bolt. Lothus. That's going to be a tough one to beat. Very tough to beat. I'll get a Blood Crypt here. The Assassin's Trophy won't work because it's indestructible. Let's go ahead and play our land. And I think it's Lily time. Start chipping away at the old hand. Pitching land when we might draw Bloodbraid Elf off the top of the library, or pitching the second Lily. I think lands are easy to come by and Lily is not, so we're going to pitch Lily. We also have Wrenn and 6 to get back the land. Opponent is playing 2 Clothis. Very, very sneaky. So waiting for the opponent to decide what to do with this Clothis trigger. They're having a tough time deciding. Alright, they go for lightning bolt. And they had the fourth land. And a lily. Each player discards a card. I think we'll pitch our lily. Land was a perfect draw. We can search up a basic forest here. Trophy the Liliana the Veil. And Ren and 6 pick up the same land. Then plus Lily. Don't pick up land until after you plus Lily. Okay. Well, we want to trophy their Liliana the Veil right now. Very heads up. Opponent gets to search for a basic land. Oh no! They have Bolt. We've given them the option to respond with a lightning bolt. So we don't get to use Ren and 6 at all. Ah, damn. Well, we're still plussing with Lily. Yep. That's alright. It's hard to play perfect. JP, what's going on? 6 months submariner in the house. How are you doing? Perhaps we go ahead and nuke the graveyard and draw a card here. Ah, I should have plussed Lily. That's right. Ay, ay, ay. Yep. I made a mistake. Certainly did. Oh, that's terrible. Did it stop working? No! No, we found a way to punt. I'm sorry. Don't go too hard on me though. I've been playing pretty well, I think, up until now. Sequencing 101. How to improperly sequence your spells. 101. So they found a Bloodbraid Elf into a Seasoned Pyromancer. We can probably scoop to that. That's gonna draw them 2 cards. And they just went a little bit wider than we can deal with. Perhaps it's better to use our efforts in the next game. Yep. With that top deck, I'll go ahead and concede this one. Sorry about that. I think we had a chance if we sequence our spells correctly. Alright, I am into this hand. I will keep. Taking the Renin 6. Smart. Here I think we want a Blood Crypt. Ah, nice. One of our Inquisitions. Opponent has a lot of lands and a Bloodbraid Elf. So it looks like we're going to prioritize Bolt for that. Bloodbraid Elf Premium Top Deck. Wait a second. They have... Wait. They don't have the bolt anymore. We took it. Debating on naming Elf here because they have the Bloodbraid Elf in hand. Hey Tron Walker, how's it going? But I think it's still better to name Lurgoyf here and do the thing. How do you spell Lurgoyf? LH. There we go. So this is like a mirror breaker card. Oh, that's unfortunate. And I think we want to discard the Fatal Push here. Maybe not. Maybe we want to save... I think we want to discard the Bolt here. Abrupt Decay is a nice draw. Opponent's Bloodbraid Elf strikes first. Should have pitched. Yeah. Should have pitched the Fatal Push. Oh no! Stop it, opponent. Just stop it. Cancel. Have to discard the Bloodbraid Elf here. Maybe. Perhaps it's better to discard Push now. Hopefully top deck a land and something. We need the Abrupt Decay for the Liliana. We need the Fatal Push for the Bloodbraid Elf. Yeah, I think it has to be Bloodbraid Elf here. Alright. Sad. We can't Fatal Push a Bloodbraid Elf. I don't think. They must have skipped their attack. So we don't have Revolt for the Bloodbraid Elf. So Bloodbraid Elf is not a legal target here. We do if we draw a fetch land. Ooh, it's another Bloodbraid Elf. Come on, stop having things. This game is gonna come down to who top decks better. Uh, there's running 6. So frustrating. Now we still have to take 3 off the elf. Okay. We can lightning bolt the Bloodbraid Elf once they declare attackers. Where's our Tarmogoyfs? Where's our Lilies? I guess there are only 2 in the deck. Opponent is just top decking like a beast. And the hits just keep coming. Give me Seasoned Pyromancer. Nurturing Peatland. Give me Seasoned Pyromancer here. Something that's gonna pull me back into this game. Ugh. Now I wish I had my Maelstrom Pulse. They should win this one. I don't think we have any outs. Maybe Colligan's Command. I don't know, that doesn't even do it. Yep. So Liliana minus and lose. I think we can go ahead and scoop here. Dream crushed. It feels like they drew exactly the nuts at the end there. We were a few turns away from Seasoned Pyromancer, which I was hoping for. The turn they played double Tarmogoyf, though, I think that pretty much ended us right there. Jund has a tough time answering two permanents in the same turn. All right. This hand is good enough to keep. Lead off with the Overgrown Tomb, shock that in. Inquisition the opponent. This looks like the 1-drop burn deck. 1-drop burn. I think we have to take Eidolon here. Although they can't cast it. That sounds terrible. They'll find another land for this Eidolon, and when that happens, then we surely lose. We have Bolt for their creature if we can ever find a red source. Perhaps we just take Lava Spike. I'm taking Eidolon. I know they're gonna find another land. It's just too unlikely that they don't. Lava Spike me down to 15. There's the mountain. There is the mountain. Gonna play that. Play Spellbomb. We might be cracking this a little bit early. See, there's the land. Forked Bolt deals 2 damage to me, down to a 13. Skewer the critics as well. Rude. All right. Pass turn. Maybe I was supposed to crack Nile Spellbomb there and search for Tarmogoyf. There's a possibility that was a mistake. Why does nobody play this card? Turn a land you control to its owner's hand. It's going to be the tapped mountain. It's only when it deals damage. I think I'll bolt this. So their hand is Skullcrack and unknown cards. I think we were actually supposed to do that to ourselves. In case we draw Tarmogoyf. So mistakes were made. Alright, give me an untapped land. Inquisition. Taking Skullcrack, maybe? Okay, there's lightning bolt. We're at 7. Opponent does have 3 points of burn in their hand. I'll take the... I'll take the skull crack here. It's more damage overall. There's forked bolt. So opponent now has unknown card in hand. Abrupt decay, that doesn't do anything here. Empty-handed as well. Come on, deck, don't make this about not finding lands. That's no way to go out. Come on! Just Thoughtseize puts us in bolt range. I can't cast that, right? Too risky. Can't do it. Is asking for trouble. You gotta be kidding me. Can't cast anything to remove it. So I cut my Weather the Storm. And what are the odds that they bring in Blood Moon? Are we actually scared of Blood Moon? Spell Bomb, probably bad here. Another Fatal Push might come in handy. It's not like we have no answers to it. I think this is fine. Maybe Thoughtseize for a Blood Moon. We'll leave in one Thoughtseize. We just don't really have many better cards. Guess I'll bring in Trophy over the second Thoughtseize. Plague Engineer? Fuck, my sideboard didn't get taken. I guess I should have been faster. Sideboard punt. Okay, this hand is pretty painful. Think we just get a basic swamp here. It's almost got to be Eidolon again. Although then how are we answering Goblin Guide? I might take Goblin Guide. Although Eidolon is 2 card types for the Tarmogoyf. We can take Eidolon next turn. I'm going to take Goblin Guide here. So they suspended Riftbolt. Take Eidolon now. Riftbolt puts us down to 14. Skewer the Critics puts us down to 11. Lava Spike, we're at 8. Running 6 is just too slow. We need Tarmogoyf here. Opponent has Skullcrack, so we're at effectively 5. No chance. We have no chance. Go to 1. Here we grab a Blood Crypt, I think. Tarmogoyf, I think, better than Lily when we have Fatal Push. Now we just fade the top decks. Okay, we faded 1 top deck. We can Liliana pitch Renin 6. Although we're hitting them for 10 this turn. I think so. This means we need them to draw another land. We're dead to everything that's not a land. Never lucky. Should have held back the fatal push. Or one Tarmogoyf. We're going into the last round of this tournament. We were starting off really well. We went 2-0. Kind of had some bad luck against another Jund player. And then just got burned out of the game by one drop burn. And now you're up to speed. Yep. This hand is kind of loose, but it's got 2 Bloodbraid Elves. Double Bloodbraid Elf, double Bolt. Perhaps given the way the format is right now, we mull this hand. I don't know, we can keep up Lightning Bolt. It's probably a keep. Bloodstained Mire, so no Lurrus. Stomping Grounds. Shriekhorn. Okay, so we got Dredge. Inquisition helps out. Inquisition can take potentially Cathartic Reunion away from them. Otherwise, our discard spells are pretty bad. Hence, there's no good target here. We don't want them to dredge, so I think we're just going to give them Bloodghast. That comes back off of a fetch land, or any land. They hit a Creeping Chill off of the Shriekhorn. So we need to draw another Creeping... We need to draw our Narrow Spellbomb to have a chance here. Or our Klothys. Klothys would be nice. Admittedly, our hand was pretty slow. Inquisition doesn't really do anything here, I don't think. They have lands in hand at this point. Let's check it out. Alright, we got Prized Amalgam. They want that card in the graveyard. Surprise, surprise. Opponent mills himself with Shriekhorn. Okay, Ox. How many cards does that need? 8 cards. We take the hit from Bloodghast. I think we prioritize... Do we take this hit? I think it just makes their Creeping Chills more alive if we do. I'm gonna fetch the mountain here. Bolt the Bloodghast, but I don't think this does anything productive. This matchup is so bad for us game one. There's things that we can do to mitigate it, like fetching up our basic lands to stay at a high life total. Abrupt Decay. I think I have to shock for that. Now we can decay the prized amalgam, bolt the Bloodghast, hope to draw a land for Bloodbraid Elf. But this feels like a waste of time. It's not over till it's over. It's about to be. Come on, Bloodbraid Elf into Spyro. Alright, that land is just what we needed. Come on, Seasoned Pyromancer. Abrupt Decay, I'll take it. I'll take it. Not gonna swing here. Yeah, I was trying to decide if that Bloodbraid Elf attack was free damage, and it was. I forgot the Bloodghast can't block for a second. Shame on me. We are in trouble. One, two, three, four, five, six, seven, eight. They can bring back Ox if they want to. What we need is bodies. So Bloodbraid Elf into Seasoned Pyromancer with cards to pitch or something. Or we need a Nile Spellbomb. Or Clothis, turn 3, something like that. Alright, I'll go ahead and concede. We can't beat that board. Next game, Plague Engineer for their Narcomoebas and Bloodghasts. Ashiok for their Graveyard and Fetch Lands. Nile Spellbomb, 1 and 2, and Grafdigger's Cage. Liliana, pretty bad. Gives them too many choices what to put in the graveyard. Croxa, bad for the same exact reason. Our discard spells, likely bad. We'll just keep in some Inquisitions. Collector Roof is sneaky. Collector Roof can shut off Shriekhorns, so we'll bring that in. Maybe we can take out 2 Inquisitions and bring in Fatal Push. But none of this is very appealing. Only cards I really want here are Nile Spellbomb, Klothys, and Ashiok. The removal spells are just kind of pitiful. Ooh, I submitted with 61 cards. 61 card special. Let's go. Power move. This hand has one problem. It can't answer the graveyard, so we'll mull this. This one I'll keep. And card that we put back is probably going to be the Fatal Push. Let's lead off here on a mountain. And I'll go ahead and play Spellbomb. K-Command. There's a good answer to Shriekhorn. We just need these lands to keep coming. They cycle Forgotten Cave. That's a good sign. They might be looking for an answer to the Spellbomb. Too many lands. The first hand was really strong. I don't know. I thought I needed something with Graveyard Hate to have a chance versus this matchup. But I'm not, you know, like an aficionado. I think it's better to let them dredge than use the Spellbomb for anything here. And we just need another land to keep up the pace. Hey, Blackleaf Cliffs, nice. I think it's too soon to pop Spellbomb. Creeping Chill and Narcomoeba. Okay, so what would you do about this? Too many lands. Opponent now has Creeping Chill and Narcomoeba on the stack. Do we pop Spellbomb here? What do we do about this? Is this enough value to pop Spellbomb, draw a card? We stay at 19, we draw a card. They don't get a 1/1. Alright, so we'll let this one go. Life from the Loam picks up lands. I think we need to save the Kolaghan's Command for the inevitable Shriekhorn, but they may have cut that card. They also have 8 cards. Another Bloodbraid Elf. Alright, so there's a Stinkweed Imp in the graveyard now. I think we can take the 1 here. The fact that Stinkweed Imp can Dredge, be cast, and then trade off with a Bloodbraid Elf, I think is a problem. So this is risky, but we're trying to find our 4th land. They have an enabler in the graveyard that's going to dredge 6, which is pretty deep. I think I'm going to go for it here. Very questionable play, though. Again, I'm trying to draw my 4th land for Bloodbraid Elf, which then hopefully hits me like a Klothys or something. And we did find the land. A Fatal Push. Shock, go to 13. Bloodbraid Elf. Klothys, come on. Ashiok! Fuck yeah! That's exciting. Okay, so I'm a little tripped up with what to do about Ashiok. We could mill ourselves and then exile their graveyard. We could mill them and exile their graveyard. I cut Croxus, so I don't have any Croxus shenanigans. I might mill over a Seasoned Pyromancer, which would be kind of glorious. We could do nothing, leave it at 5. If we mill them, and we mill over a Creeping Chill, will they get the trigger? Alright, chat. What are we doing with this Ashiok? Do we mill us, them, or neither? Do nothing with the hit? There's the answer. No, it's target creature. Do nothing with the hit. Alright. Alright, well, Conflagrate is a bit of a problem. Because now Ashiok is dead. I appreciate that, Tron Walker. Now they're going to Conflagrate the Ashiok away. Right? Discard X cards. They have 7 cards in hand. They can also attack it for 2 with the Narcomoebas, Conflagrate for 3, and then do other stuff. Hey, Taro. So they had Creeping Chill stuck in their hands. So the problem with not using Ashiok is that it only got rid of Conflagrate, essentially. Oh yeah, as far as matchups go, this is like a nightmare matchup. I think it might be as low as like 2080 and the 80 in the Dredge players column. Our cards just line up very poorly and we need our sideboard cards, which to our credit we did hit, and they're just not being very effective here. Alright, Ox is a 5/3. Wow, that didn't really do much of anything here. We can bolt Ox, swing. Maybe it's swing first, see if they block. They take the damage. Probably should have played Bloodbraid off there. So, made a mistake. At least we have 2 lightning bolts up now. The appeal of getting Ox and Prize Amalgam back. Probably hard to ignore for the opponent. Cathartic Reunion. I mean, this game is not over, but it's looking like this is going to be a 2-3. Man, I didn't play Bloodbraid Elf last turn. My reward is having 2 lightning bolts up. Bloodghast arrives just to add insult to injury. But enough. Have at you. I don't know if I could. I think I'm supposed to save the Kolaghan's command for after we trade off one of our Bloodbraid Elves. There may not be time for it though. Alright, well at least we take no damage. Oh yeah, I think I was supposed to hit this Narcomoeba, but then they don't have a blocker. Yep, that was the correct line. I got close. I got close to the correct line, but I think I was supposed to hit this Narcomoeba. Gravedigger's Cage showing up to the party just a touch too late. We can bolt a Bloodghast. I don't know, Bloodbraid Elf into a removal spell seems like the play here. Tarmogoyf is large, but otherwise kind of irrelevant. And at 6 life, I think we just need blockers. Right, no attacks. We're firmly in chump blocking territory at 6. Opponent has a Conflagrate in the graveyard, so they can't cast it. Tarmogoyf is a fat daddy. This is a 7/8. Blast Zone. Forgot they play that card today. Yeah, but they play Blast Zone. It hits Nile Spellbomb, and it hits all the commonly played sideboard cards. And to make matters worse, they can loam back Blast Zone if they want to. Dredge is definitely tough to beat. Any way you slice it, there's a reason why the deck comes around so often. If you don't bring in your sideboard hate for it, you know, if you don't put your sideboard hate for the deck before the tournament starts, you can easily get got. So yeah, 50 play points for our troubles. That was a lot of fun though. I think I played very, very well today. I kept a good pace. We didn't time out or get close to timing out in any of our matches, so that was a win. A lot of people showed up and said hello. That was awesome as well.